amazing creature, Spider-Man. You and I are not so different.
I'm not like you. You're a murderer.
Well, to each his own. I chose my path, you chose the way of the hero. And they found you amusing for a while, the people of this city. But the one thing they love more than a hero is to see a hero fail, fall, die trying. In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you. Why bother?
Okay, I pull up, hop out at the after party. You and all your friends say they love to get naughty.
Alright, so I've been seeing a lot of Xiao hate lately, right? You know, from my tier list to other videos, you know, a lot of people have been hating on Xiao. Even though his rerun has been coming along, here is what I have to say, right? I see a lot of hate for Xiao. I see a lot of negativity for Xiao, saying he's not that good of a DPS, he's not even one of the best DPS. Now, I have to say this, right? I have to explain why Xiao is good, right? I'm a Xiao main. You know, I've been playing Xiao since Xiao first came out, right? I've been playing Xiao for a while. This character was one of the characters that probably was one of the most hyped up characters when he released. Everyone wanted him. Everyone was saying, man, this was going to be the best DPS to ever come into the game. Now, look at him now. People hate on him, right? People saying, oh, he doesn't have a good artifact set. Oh, you know, constellations are not even good for him, right? Stuff like that. He doesn't even have a good free-to-play weapon, right? I could agree with that. He doesn't really have a good free-to-play weapon. I use the deathmatch. That's one thing I do agree with. He doesn't really have a strong free-to-play weapon. You can go with a 3-star white tassel, but, you know, not that good of a free-to-play weapon in retrospect, right? So, what I have to say for all the haters to Xiao and all the people pulling for Xiao, right? Don't let the hate stop you from summoning him. I love my Xiao. I've been using my Xiao for a while. As you can see, this is the team that I love using with Xiao, right? Sucrose, Xingqiu, Bennett, right? And obviously, this is not the same team I run for Spalabis, right? Because for Spalabis, my team looks a little bit different, right? This is the team, this is my main team, right? I'm a Raiden, I'm a Eula, and a Xiao main, right? This is my Eula team, right? My Eula team is pretty cracked, you know, the best it can get. I love using this team, one of my favorite teams in the game, right? And this is the team I can't use it because, you know, Bennett's in there. I usually use someone like Chi-Chi. And letting you know, guys, I 3-star a lot of the content with just this one team, right? You can see the stats I have on my Xiao. My stats aren't some crazy numbers, right? Some crit damage like 200 and 50. That's what some crazy people have. My talents, you know, they're 10, 8, 10, right? Something realistically you can do if you're free to play, right? Obviously, that deathmatch is not something you can obviously get, but you know, there's a lot of characters, such like Arataki Ito. If you get the battle pass weapon, it's obviously going to be the best in slot for them as a 4-star weapon. But you know, I had to get the best in slot for Xiao. But my advice is, don't let these haters stop you from getting Xiao. I love my Xiao. He has not been overtaken by these DPS, right? He's still a very good DPS, right? Obviously, Arataki Ito is the main character that we've been talking about, who did overtake Xiao recently. He is a better option. His banner is out right now, but you know, people are making it seem like Arataki Ito is just like far and beyond so much better than Xiao, when in my opinion he is not, right? Obviously, I win some gaming, right? He did a video where Arataki Ito out-damaged Xiao as a free-to-play character, right? But you know, it wasn't that by much. A couple seconds, okay? Chill, guys. You know, people are caring too much about seconds. Obviously, you know, when it comes to, you know, a tier list and all that stuff, you know, I made a mistake. But you know, this is how my Spalabis stuff looks like, right? This is the team I run, right? I have a lot of characters in 90. I've played a lot of characters. People don't understand how many characters I play, right? I built a lot of these characters, and I love maining my Xiao, right? Xiao is my favorite character in the game, right next to Eula. And, you know, out of all these characters I have, I choose to main Eula and Xiao. Now, this is the team I run in the Spalabis currently because, you know, Ruin Guard enemies are a thing, so Eula is kind of hard to play with. So I usually run this team right here. Let me find the last person, Bennett, right? And the second half I run Xiao. So, and this Xiao team is honestly garbage. Like, this is a literal garbage Xiao team. Like, I admit to myself that I don't treat my Xiao the best. I don't have a Zhongli, I don't have an Abedo, I don't have these crack supports for Xiao. But somehow, I was able to 35 star it. You know, obviously not 36 star because, you know, ruined enemies are my weakness. You know, ruined enemies will always forever be my weakness because, you know, I invest so much in my Eula team that, you know, I have to sacrifice some support to put it on my national rating team. You know, the national rating team, even though it's cracked, it literally takes some of the best supports away from your other team. So, you know, Xiao's left with some scraps of characters. So, letting you guys know, Xiao is not been overtaken. A lot of people have been hating Xiao, and I'm not one of those haters. I'm a Xiao main, and I can say Xiao is great. And don't let characters like Arataki Ito or Hu Tao, especially C0 Hu Tao. People are saying C0 Hu Tao is way better than Xiao. I'm in the personal opinion that Xiao is better than C0 Hu Tao. And I have C0 Hu Tao. And I just don't see what people see in her as much as they see in Xiao at C0. So that is my personal take on him. I hope you guys understand my takeaway from Xiao, because I'm just trying to say Xiao is a god, and people are saying this otherwise because people are saying, oh, he doesn't have his own artifacts set, you know, he's just jumping in the air, you know, he's not a good single target DPS, right? The best thing about Xiao is that he attacks group of enemies. You gather them all up together with Sucrose, and you start doing a bunch of damage, and you know, you're not affected by elements and all that stuff. Obviously, you don't really get reactions, you only get swirl, but you know, that's good enough for me. He does great damage. He does 50k, he does 40k punch damage. My opinion, Xiao is one of the best DPS in the game. He is no Ganyu, though. He is not an Ayaka, but he is a really good DPS. That's what I have to say on Xiao. Because Xiao's banner is coming up, I have Arataki Ito, right? I love playing my Arataki Ito. You know, my Arataki Ito, obviously not as cracked as my Xiao right now, because I don't have the best supports for him, and I don't have the talents that Xiao does. You know, I'm working on it, okay? And, you know, not to mention my Goro is kind of, you know, not that good right now. Mainly because he's level 40, and if I was to show you my progress in the world, people would hate on me a lot, but let me show you real quick. I know people are going to hate on me. I don't have this unlocked, okay, guys? You know, I've been avoiding a lot of this stuff in Inazuma. You know, I'm not a big fan of the puzzles. So, you know, I'll get to it, and I'll eventually bring up my Goro up, and I'll eventually do all of this, so for when this next update comes, I can, like, go underwater and all that other stuff. But, you know, I'll have that done eventually. You know, when the update comes, I'll have all of this done. But my main takeaway from this video is, don't let these haters say Xiao is not good. Xiao is really good. Even if you want to pull for someone like a Zhongli is good, really good too, one of the best characters in the game. But if you really want to pull for Xiao, pull for Xiao. Don't let these haters say otherwise. And, you know, Xiao Gaming over everything. Thanks for watching, and peace out.